Hello everyone, EccentricScaper here. Welcome to episode 16 of the 100 GP to 100 mil series. At the end of last episode, you may remember we chucked in the offer for Daganth bones to sell for about 800 GP profit per bone. And I remember I stopped recording the last episode on the 15th. In fact, they all sold on the 15th, but because it's really turbulent times right now in the Grand Exchange because of the bonus XP weekend coming up, really it's not a great time to do any investing and stuff like that. I did find out why the Daganth bone didn't go up, because a few days ago Jagex announced that the Gilded Altars will not provide a 2 times bonus experience, so that is why. Summoning and all them all works, so it's a bit annoying how the Daganth bones doesn't work. So I did manage to sell them a few days ago. They didn't crash or anything, and the graphs have been pretty stable around this price. So you know, these Daganth bones have made me about 1 mil, so which is great. And the most important thing is that we have breached the 10 mil mark. I think this is a pretty important landmark, in fact, and it's pretty cool to think that all this money came from 100 GP. So since we can't do any investing because it's like I said, it's a really bad time to do investing because of the bonus XP weekend coming up and everything's just rising. It's not, you know, you can buy the rising items, but usually they kind of overrise, and if anything, I expect them to fall a little bit before the actual weekend, because you know, there's just been too many people trying to think, oh, they're going to go up, so I'll just buy them, try and make a bit of money. So when they start dumping their items, they're going to start going down again. I might be wrong, but I just think it's not a great time to do any investing. So what should we do instead? Well, I think because 10 mil is a very common kind of starting place for investors, flippers, or whatever, like what do I do with 10 mil and stuff like that, I thought I'd make like a one-off episode on some just pretty standard flipping. So with 10 mil, what can you flip? Well, I had a look, I searched the Armadyl. So because of the new Armadyl items, there's about 6 items that's under the 10 mil range that we can flip. All of these items have Grand Exchange limits of 1, and so we are going to flip 6 items, and we're going to see how long it takes us for us to flip them. If I had more money, for example, if I had like 200 mil, I would, in a 4-hour period, because of the limit of 1 every 4 hours, in a 4-hour period I'll probably flip through all the Bandos items, all the God Swords, all the Armadyl items, stuff like that. But because we only have 6 items, I expect this to be much faster. You can also use like clan chats, like PC 101, to help you with the price checks, but I'm just going to be using just these like basic prices of the yesterday's up downs, and also my personal experience to flip these items. So if you want to, you can join clan chats like what is it called? It's called PC 101. So they give price checks on items like Armadyl, Bandos, and stuff like that. So you can go into that clan chat if you're a bit less confident, but what I think is that you can just work out the price for yourself. So we are starting with about 10.6 mil, so we're going to flip 6 items and see how much we have at the end. So I think I'm going to start with the Armadyl chestplate. So I know it went up 1% yesterday, so I'll have a quick look at the graph, and it has been falling, and then it looks like it's be rising a little bit. So I think I'm going to try and go in low. So I'm going to try and put an offer for Armadyl chestplate. The more you do, if you do that every day, you'll be more experienced with the price. Because I haven't flipped these items in months or years, it's going to be hard for me to get started again because I'm not familiar with the prices. So I think I'm going to slightly overcut the mid price. So I'm going to add 3k to the mid price plus a few GP and see if it buys. If it buys instantly, or like it has done here, I know I haven't done a very good offer, so I'm just going to chuck it in for 1 GP below what I bought it for. In fact, I think that guy did not undercut the price, so it might sell for over that price. So 7894k, we're going to chuck it in for that price. So we'll try and make 94k from this, having bought it instantly, because that guy did not undercut his price. If he sold it for 7799k, I'd overcut that price by another 1 GP to try and sell it as soon as possible. So that's a bad price check, but it tells us information, so hopefully we should be able to do the other items better now. But we can't do the Armadyl chestplate anymore because we're on a 4-hour limit. There's no point making you guys watch this, so I just start recording again when there's a bit more progress. Right guys, it's been about 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm not very patient, so I'm just going to take this back out and chuck it in for 1 GP below what I paid for it. So 7,800k and minus 1 or 2 GP. So I'm only losing a few GP on this item because I want a quick sale so I can get on with the other items. Also, it's 1 PM in the afternoon, so I don't expect there to be too much demand for these items. So liquidity is going to be low. So that's why I'm going to sell them. If you know you're a tighter person and 94k is bank loot to you, you may want to wait longer. But of course these aren't going to sell instantly, even though I'm likely to have the lower sell price. So again, I'll just start recording again when it sells. Okay guys, these have taken about 2 or 3 minutes to sell, and I've only lost 4 GP, so that's alright. So you may, if you look at the graphs for the Armadyl chestplate and the Armadyl plate skirt, they are more or less parallel in terms of the risings and the droppings. Oh, I can't believe I said that. Anyway, so because if the Armadyl chestplate goes up 1%, then the Armadyl plate skirt goes up 1.1%. So they're pretty similar, and it's likely that the margins will be the same for the Armadyl plate skirt. So we bought the Armadyl chestplate instantly for about 100k below its mid price. So we're gonna try and buy the Armadyl chain skirt for around 300k below its mid price. So let's go for 7,405k. So yeah, that's wait a minute, let me check one thing. What's 7,405k. I'm just checking what's 5% below, because 5% below is usually like it's like a pressure point, because loads of people would chuck it in exactly 5% below. And yeah, so I'm gonna chuck in that offer, which yeah, it didn't buy instantly. If it bought instantly, I would have been pretty amazed and pretty annoyed. But anyway, let's try and buy for this price. If it doesn't buy, we'll raise it by a little bit and go from there. Okay, these took literally 15 seconds to buy. So yeah, I just stopped recording, the video rendered, and it bought. So we're going to chuck these in for, let's try and get about a 200k profit. So I'm going to chuck it in for 7,594k. So about 190k on this flip, which is about the price we bought the sold and bought the Armadyl chestplate for, 100k below its mid price. So I'm gonna leave this in until it sells. Alright guys, these have sold, so we made about 190k I believe on these. Also, especially if you're flipping one item, like you only have 10 mil, you might want to find something else to do. I still call this manual labor flipping, but most of the time you're going to be waiting, especially if you're doing one item. So you might want to alch or do some fire making like this guy over here whilst you're waiting. So we made 190k. We can go ahead and collect the coins, and this time I think I'm going to don't mean to do that. And this time I'm going to go and find a Armadyl helmet and also an Armadyl buckler to do, because I have about 10 mil. I can do 2 items at a time. So Armadyl helmet is it's going down, so it's not it's going, yeah, it seems to be going down. So I'm going to try let's have a look at the Armadyl buckler as well. So Armadyl helmet is going down slightly, 0.9 and 1% over 2 days. What the hell is it doing? Come on. No, I didn't mean to do that. So the Armadyl buckler, it's dropping a bit. Dropping a bit harder, and it's just been dropping for, I don't know, ever since it came out, I guess. So we are going to buy the Armadyl helmet. I think slightly below its mid price. So let's try, because it's a cheaper item, we expect a lower margin. So 4,351k. Right, that sounds like a good price, and plus view GP. No, it didn't buy something good. So Armadyl buckler, and this item's been dropping. So we're gonna let's try 5% below and a few GP above. So just spam the few GP above button, and hopefully it buys. Oh fuck! It bought instantly. Okay, right, it bought instantly for exactly 5% below. Now we know. It's all about experience. Because I'm doing it the first time, I'm not gonna remember the exact margins. If you've been doing this every 4 hours, as long as with the same Grand Exchange update, usually the prices won't change too much. So let's try and make a little bit of a profit from this. Let's try 4,000. So we bought it for this price. So we want to sell it for, let's try 4,894k. So we're making 52k on this. I don't know. If it doesn't sell, we'll chuck it in for 5% and a few GP below. I have 1.6 mil. I don't think I can buy anything with that, so I'll just start recording again when these buy or sell. Right, so our Armadyl helmet has bought after about 30 seconds, so I'm going to collect it and we're going to chuck it in for, let's try and make about 70k from this. So a few GP below, mid, just spam the minus button, and yeah, let's try and make, so yeah, about 70k from this. Yeah, okay, I'll start recording when there's more progress. Okay, so it's been about 6 to 7 minutes and this Armadyl buckler sold, and we made a cheeky 50k from this, having bought it instantly. So I'm going to go and collect the coins. And the final two items that we haven't done is the Armadyl gloves and the Armadyl boots. The Armadyl gloves is also dropping, and I've learnt my lesson from the Armadyl buckler because that was a new item as well. So Armadyl gloves. We haven't got quite enough to do the boots, so we'll have to do the gloves first. So I'm going to try and buy them for 10% below and a few GP above. So actually no, let's try just over 4 mil. So I'm going to put 404k. So overcut of 4 mil and plus a few more GP. Hopefully it doesn't buy. No, it doesn't buy instantly. Let me just do something quick check. Armadyl gloves, and we'll try probably sell that for maybe 5% below. So if we sell it for 5% below, we make about 100k. So if it doesn't sell for this price, buy for this price, sorry, we might try 5% below and then sell it like we have with the Armadyl buckler, like maybe 3 or 4% below. But we'll see. And if this Armadyl helmet doesn't sell in a few more minutes, I think I'm gonna increase the overcut because it's only undercut, sorry, of only a few GP. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys then. It's been about 5 minutes, but I'm getting a little bit impatient with this Armadyl helmet because I don't think it's going to sell for this price, so I need to undercut it a bit more. So I'm going to chuck it in for 4399k. So we're making about 50k on this Armadyl helmet. What the hell? Have I just lagged out? What the? There we go. Right. Yeah. So we're making about 50k on this helmet. Hopefully it should sell much faster at this price. And yeah, I will start recording again when these buy and sell. Right. This is sold after about a minute, so I'll just collect the money. We got nearly 7 mil now, and I don't think that's quite enough to do the Armadyl boots. However, since you know it's dropping, I might as well use how many coins do I have? I'll just put it offer for all the coins I have for the Armadyl boots because I'm waiting for the Armadyl gloves anyway. So that's what is it? 6936 6936917. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and yeah, and maybe it'll buy, and I don't know, it probably won't buy. Anyways, I'll start recording again when these buy. Well, about 10 minutes later, here's a bit of a surprise. The Armadyl boots bought for well, how many coins I have left over. So I'm going to collect this item, then I think I'm going to chuck them in what's 5% below. If I chuck them in 5% below, no, I think I'm going to try high. Let's try 7,200k. So that's about let's try a bit more. 7,300k, and minus a few GP. So we're making well over 300k on these Armadyl boots if they sell. Hopefully they will sell. If they don't sell, I'll just lower the price by 100k and we'll go from there. Right, about 2 or 3 minutes later, these Armadyl boots have sold, and we made about 350k from them, I think. Yeah, more than 350k. So we'll collect the money for that. These Armadyl gloves have been for a long time. They've not bought, and so just to speed things up, I will increase the offer. Armadyl gloves. So let's try 5% below and a few GP above. Last time I think with the Armadyl buckler, it bought instantly for 5% below. So that's why I tried 100 GP, 100k before 100 GP below 5% below. But this time, hopefully, oh fucking hell. So, oh my god. So I mean, 4 mil is probably a perfect price for this item, but I don't know. It should have bought for 4 mil. It didn't. So if this happens, then you just have to think WTF. 30 margins. So let's what should I do? I don't know. I could sell it for just like a 1 GP below what I bought it for, but I think I'm gonna try for a scam price again because it worked last time. Let's try for the 198k. It might take a long time to sell, but at least I don't feel scammed. I'm actually making money from this. So yeah. So if it sells, I'll make 100k. It probably won't. If it doesn't, I'll just chuck them in for whatever the other guy sold it to me for. Haha, about 1 minute later, these Armadyl gloves sold, so I made 100k having bought them instantly. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, and yeah, that completes our 6 items of Armadyl. So how much do we make? Let's just do a quick examine of our money pouch. So we made 800k in about 35 minutes. So that's pretty decent considering you can utilize other skills like fire making, fletching, herb and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. Sorry for a bit of a weird episode, but I thought, the whole point of this series is to show you guys like a variety of money making methods. Of course, you have more money, you can go on to do more items, so you can repeat this process every 4 hours. And also, if you kind of do this for a few days or a few grand exchange intervals, you should be able to get the hang of the prices a bit more. So for example, I bought some of the items instantly because I had no idea what they were trading for, so the kind of experiments, and it took me a bit longer. But if you do it for consecutive days, you should be pretty familiar with these items and should make much more from them. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys here for my next episode.